Australia is this one from? I'm from London, England. Yes, homies, I love it. I live in San Diego now. I left the Brits and their stiff upper lip. Now I hang out with Californians and their stiff upper faces. My name is Kimbles. I know that's a weird nickname. I used to go by Kim, but that name was ruined for me by the awful Kim Kardashian and the slightly less awful Kim Jong-un. So now I'll go by Kimbles, which was a nickname given to me by my brother when I was this high, and I loved it, and it worked for me back in the UK. But then I moved over here, and people kept saying kibbles, like the dog food, right? I didn't appreciate that. I didn't want to be associated with kibbles and bits until someone told me their tagline. Tastes good, wet or dry. My dog says it tastes better wet. I'm married and I'm a mum of twin boys. Yeah, so I've had 3 dicks inside me at once. Thank you, yes. 2 of them pulled out by the doctor, 1 of them pulled out all by himself. Unfortunately, all 3 came prematurely. One came out, he was peeing everywhere. One came out, he was crying. One came out, just started snoring. I'd say to my husband, babe, why are you peeing everywhere? Well, twins are awesome. They're fraternal twins. I hate that word. Sounds like I was gangbanged at a frat party. Great. I prefer the medical terminology. So identical twins are called monozygotic. Fraternal twins are called dizygotic. Sometimes you get people that actually want twins. We just call them psychotic. When you're in the stomach, the doctor actually just calls them twin A and twin B. Unless, of course, you were gangbanged at a frat party, then you might call them twin alpha and twin beta. People are fascinated with the twin thing. Even one of my little boys, Hugo, he came up to me the other day and said, Mummy, how did you feel when you first found out there were 2 of us inside your tummy? And I said, do you remember that time we went to McDonald's and how excited you were when we got a Happy Meal and there were 2 toys inside? He said, yeah. And I said, not that excited. They're awesome. We did have them via IVF. People were always interested. People are scared about IVF. They're scared about the swollen ovaries and the needles. Let me tell you guys, the worst thing about IVF, hands down, is having kids. But also the mean things people say, really mean things. I remember I was 8 months pregnant and I was telling a guy my story. I told him, you know what, I actually had 3 miscarriages and 3 IVFs. And he looked at me and he said, wow, 3 miscarriages and 3 IVFs. Maybe that's a sign from God you shouldn't have kids. Right? So mean. I said, maybe it is. What sign did your parents ignore? But I don't know, being a parent is hard, I'm sure lots of you know this, but you just got to lean into parenting, you've got to do however you've got to do it, you know, drinking gummies, however you get through it. The other day, one of my little boys was panicking, he stuck a Lego up his nose. And I just thought, God, I wish I still had my Coke nail. Unfortunately, I don't do Coke anymore, doesn't go well with the Xanax. But it is weird, my little fingernail grows so much quicker than all my other nails. It's like it's a sign from God, do Coke! That is a sign. It's also weird because I call it the little finger, and I found out that you Americans call it the pinky, right? I've lived with my American husband for 14 years, and all this time he's insisted to me that this is the pinky, and this is the stinky. That doesn't put you off your cocaine nail, I'm not sure what will. My husband is amazing though, he's the one that looks after my kids a lot when I'm travelling doing comedy. I first met him in San Diego and I saw other friends go up and say to him, yo T-Dog, what's up T-Bone? And I thought, okay, I'm going to introduce myself with a British twist. So I walked up and went, hello T-Bag. It worked, he was teabagging me 8 hours later.